Sniff catches the robber. Sniff is a detective. He helps people find things. He helps catch bad people. He thinks with his head, and he smells with his nose. One day Sniff got a phone call. It was Chief Hound. "We need your help," Hound said. "Meet me at Mrs. Jewell's house." I will be there right away," said Sniff. "How can I help?" Sniff asked. Hound said, "This is Mrs. Jewell, and this is her bracelet box. Mrs. Jewell likes to wear a lot of bracelets. She likes it even better than eating pumpkins. She grows pumpkins in her garden. Every morning Miss Jewell opens her bracelet box. She takes out some bracelets to wear. Every morning she sees that another bracelet is missing. "I have lost 7 bracelets," said Mrs. Jewell. "This must stop. Soon I will have no bracelets left." "Have you gone out this week?" asked Sniff. "Yes," said Mrs. Jewell, "but only to water my pumpkins." "Has anyone been here?" asked Sniff. "No," said Mrs. Jewell. "Have you left a window open?" "No," said Mrs. Jewell. "I've always locked the back door." Sniff thought and thought. At last he said, "I will help you. I will stay here. I will be quiet. I will watch. I will listen." The sun went down and Mrs. Jewell went to sleep. She made lots of noise. She snored and snored. Sniff listened and he heard something. He thought he smelled a rat. Raffles' rat was in the room. Raffles quickly went to Mrs. Jewell's bracelet box. He opened it. He took out a bracelet. Raffles climbed up the chimney. Sniff could not catch him. Raffles' rat had escaped up the chimney. "If he comes back again, I know how to catch him," said Sniff to himself. "I have just the right kind of bracelet for him." The next night, Sniff watched again, but he soon fell asleep. Raffles' rat came down the chimney. He saw a small bracelet that opened and closed. It was the right size for his wrist. He snapped it shut on the wrist. Raffles' rat then climbed quickly up the chimney. Oh, look! Sniff had been dragged out of his chair. Sniff had tied the small bracelet to his leg with a string. The bracelet was a handcuff. Raffles could not get the bracelet off his wrist and escape. Mrs. Jewell pulled Raffles out of the chimney. Chief Hound came into the room. "Where did you hide the bracelets, Raffles?" asked Chief Hound. Raffles told him. Chief Hound found 8 bracelets and a pumpkin in the garden. "We must celebrate," said Mrs. Jewell. So they all sat down and had pumpkin pie. Then Chief Hound took Raffles off to jail. Raffles will never steal another bracelet again, especially not one with a string on it. The end.